Welcome back everyone, this is Mondo Olte, back to the video. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at these two new figures from the Batman Begins wave. Here we have Batman and the Scarecrow, the Platinum Edition with that new logo. The one of a kind, they're going to be that red, supposedly silver. What's red with silver, but usually they're just silver with the Platinums stickers. As always, I'll put on with the figures itself in terms of the articulation, sculpture, and paint, and if it's worth to purchase or not. Before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button to not support channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. So let's take a look at the box for each one. We'll start off with Batman. So here's the front of Batman, the side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. And then for Scarecrow, we got front of the box, this side, the back, the other side, top, and bottom. Alright, now let's take a look at each figure outside the box. As always, you do come with a card. The front of the card looks like for Batman, the back of the card. Put this over here. Front of the card for Scarecrow, the back of the card. And for Batman, it comes with accessories. It comes with this Batman Batarang, something we've seen before from the previous Batman figures, but just like a bronze color, or copper, not bronze, copper color look to it. And it comes with a grappling gun, same color as copper. It comes with a left fist, definitely textured. I call it the lantern texture, because if you have a lantern figure, then you know what I'm referring to. There's that. And it comes with, oh, can you see something inside, like a grenade? Oh yeah, there's like a little grenade in there. I didn't even notice until now. It's a little grenade, not grenade, but little bomb or whatever it is inside his hand, which I just noticed it right now. I'm going to put it down. And then it comes with a right hand with 3 batarangs and the same texture, and of course a copper paint on the batarangs itself, which is weird because the batarangs are a lot smaller. Right, look at that, look at the scaling on it, right? Like, come on. Right, but whatever. And for Scarecrow, it comes with a left hand and a right fist, and of course they both come with a regular puck stand. Now let's take a look at Batman from Batman Begins. We'll start with the head articulation. So head, left, right, up, down, shoulder. Ooh, it's a little stiff right now, but it does articulate. Bicep, elbow, wrist. Oh man, this is a very stiff figure. Wow, there you go. There's the wrist. And then we'll do torso, swivel, and then leg articulation, knees, ankles, and toes as well. So, oh, I guess you want to call the cape as articulation too, because it is a wired cape, so there's that. And so overall, the articulation on this figure is good overall. Just mine, in terms of the shoulders, is a bit stiff. Now let's talk about this figure. Man, this figure was announced, people were hyped, you saw images, I was hyped, and I went to a local Target and got completely lucky and I got this particular figure. I say this and I bring this up is because this figure has not been released yet for pre-order, which I'm surprised. And so hopefully, if you're watching this, hopefully you get one. I got completely lucky when I went to the local Target and I got this one and a Scarecrow. I do want that gold label one, which, well, it's a whole different conversation. But anyways, let's talk about this figure. One, the headpiece looks solid. It does look chubby. He does look a little bit chubby compared to the other one, the other Batman figure, Christian Bale. Maybe it's just me. And so here's going to be the headpiece on this one. Painted lips, a little bit of face paint on there. Of course, the cowl has a little design on here on the side. Has regular eyes and the pointy ears on this Batman cowl. Here's the back of it. So in terms of the Batman cowl, nice little design right there, and it looks nice. And the facial though, not the facial, the face sculpt, I say it looks good. Is it Christian Bale 100%? No, it's not. But there is some likeness to it. So if you're looking for 100% accurate, come on, for 23 bucks you can only get so much. But anyways, the headpiece stuff, it looks good. Is it amazing or top of the line? No, but it damn looks good though. So there is that. Here we have the arms. The arms have this kind of like shoulder piece on there. And then underneath, it has that, what I like to call it, that the Green Lantern textured, similar to the hands. That's out here, that weird textured feel. Also present here on the shoulder. And here we have like the armor on the bicep, tricep, more of that lantern texture. Then we have here the gauntlets on there, which is actually glossy, which I did not know until I got to figure out the box. Glossy gauntlets, you can see, shine. This has a closed fist, and this has a trigger hand. The same textured feel, right? And then, of course, the glossy gauntlets, same kind of like armored bicep, shoulders, and tricep. And here we have the torso. The torso has like a armored up like abdomen, obliques, chest, the Batman logo. You can definitely see more of that texture underneath. Now, I did notice mine did come with all scuff marks, so I don't know if it's by design or not. So if you do have this figure, let me know in the comment section if it's supposed to look like this, all scuffed up. Look at that. It's all around the figure, so I'm assuming it's by design. I could be wrong. But even if it's not, I think it still looks cool. It looks like it's actually battle damage in a way. And if it's supposed to look like this, well, it looks good because it looks like battle damage. And here's going to be the back, or the upper body on the figure on the back. Alright, more of that armor. Here's the lower back as well too. More you can see the back of the arms as well. And then the elbows do have this little thing right there. I just noticed that right now. And of course the wired cape. Right, when you're looking at it, it's just plain black, but turn around, it has that nice shiny black cape, but it's that weird type of cape where you can see all the wrinkles. You can see perfectly right there. Look at that. So just be careful with that. And so overall, the upper body on this figure, definitely good looking figure. Very well detailed sculpture design. Like the more you look at it, the more you start seeing even more. Like I just noticed it's right there, right? Like, and also too, that's right here, the outline right there too. So it's a very, very well sculpted design figure for Batman. The Christian Bale, when Batman Begins. People have been wanting it. I've been wanting one. Boom, we finally got one. And I gotta say, so far the upper body looks really darn good. The only downside, if you want to call it a downside, is going to be that cape. Because again, that wrinkles, once it's there, it's kind of there. For some people, it might be a deal breaker. For me, it's not, but something just keep a note on. But apart from that, great looking figure for the Batman Begins Batman figure, Christian Bale. Good looking figure, and I'm glad I got one, which I'll talk about more about that in a bit, especially with the pricing. But anyways, figure so far, the upper body, definitely good looking figure, and I'm glad I got one. Did he do squats? A little firm, right? Does some Stairmaster here and there. Hopefully my camera can pick up. There you go. In your back of the hamstring, a little bit of the armor design, right? The calf muscle, the shiny, glossy black boots. And it's going to be side of the boots as well too. The boots also have that textured look to it and feel. Not as distinct in terms of texture, like underneath here or like the hands, but you can see it right there. You can feel it a little bit. And the boots on the side, and here's the front of the feet, just glossy black. And here's going to be the shins or the front of the boots. The knee pads also have this kind of armor, and of course the legs. The legs are just, well, just muscles. But you do have a design there. Similar to, like here, the obliques and the abdomen, right? All armored up. Also present here in the thigh. Look at that right there. Right there. And as I mentioned, this whole, like, spots on here. Also present here on the legs. So I'm assuming it's going to be by design. So again, if you have this figure, let me know. Because mine has it. And so I'm assuming it is by design. And of course, we're going to talk about the utility belt. Which looks really nice. It does have that copper paint similar to the accessories that's included on this figure. And I do like how it's separated, right? You can see there, and it has different design. There's the back of it, right? Weird looking. Right, look at all that design on there on the actual utility belt. And here's going to be the other side, which is a little bit different. And so, great detail on that, and good sculpture design on the utility belt, because some of the utility belts are just plain, and like this one's a bit different in terms of like, it's different here and so forth. And so overall, the figure itself, top notch for the price, for what you're paying, what's included on it, and the detail and sculpture. Definitely a good looking figure. Yes, I know it's just plain black, but I'm telling you, we see it in person, especially with the copper on there on the belt, it definitely pops. The headpiece looks really, really good. Again, is it Christian Bale 100% accurate? No, but it is definitely a likeness to it. But man, great looking figure, and for the price, for what you're getting, I'm bringing up the price for what you're getting is important because, well, when we talk about that one right there, you'll know what exactly I'm referring to. But this figure itself, definitely a must buy. Definitely get one if you can get one at retail price. So I'm extremely lucky, and I'm happy that I got one. So, man, great figure for the DC Multiverse. Now let's take a look at Scarecrow. We'll start with the head articulation. There we go. Up, down, a bit limited because it is hit right here. Then we have the shoulders, which I know it articulates. There you go. Just mine stiff. Bicep. Wow, this is a very stiff figure. I should have warmed it up. It does articulate because this, well, there you go. You can see right there. The bicep is just very stiff on mine. There's the elbows. And then the wrist, I can figure out how they articulate. I don't want to break it. Which I know they do. I say this because it's going to be, well, I'll talk about it. There you go. There is some articulation on the wrist. It's just the jacket does hit. Torso, I guess. And there is swivel, if that's important to you. All right, there is that. And then there's that, back forth. Leg articulation. Knees. Ankles, limited because it does hit here in the pants. And toes as well. So overall, the articulation on this figure, it is mixed. I mean, the head up, down, limited. Torso or the abdomen, in terms of the ankle as well, limited. And also the wrist as well, too, is limited. Now, let's talk about this figure, because if you're wondering, like, Mom, this kind of looks familiar. It's because, let's be honest, it's a very reused mold. Not 100% reused, but it is definitely reused mold from other figures that McFarlane released. I believe it's like Two-Face. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Two-Face. But here we have the Platinum Edition Scarecrow, and here's going to be the headpiece. Similar to the previous one, I do like the design, the sculpture. Very thick textured feel to it. You can definitely feel the texture. I do like the stitching on there. Looks nice. It feels, again, you could definitely feel that texture, which I like. And I do like the painted eyes underneath. I like how you can see underneath. It's not just like painted black or something. There is actual eyes on it, so it makes it pop even more. Makes it look, something sound weird, but it gives it life, if that makes sense. But I do like the rope on here. I do like the colors. That's the one thing I do like about the mask, is the colors. It's not just one color. It's a mixture of like brown with a little bit of a light brown on it. It just looks really good. Brown with green, I should say. And then you can see here more of that wrinkle textured and just design of it. So the headpiece looks damn good. Even on the original one, which I have an image to the right, the one I'm referring to, for the Dark Knight Wave, the headpiece on it is really good. This one, same thing. Really good design and sculpture on this particular Scarecrow figure. So far, headpiece looks good. The arms, they're just there. They're just regular jacket, suit up arms. You can see the baggy bicep, right? The forearms on, not much to it. Here we have the hands. A little bit of veins on the hands, typical hands. And here we have the other hand as well too. They are both triggers, but it does come with open hand and a fist. And here is going to be the front of the jacket. Just buttons on there, more wrinkles there. You can see the tie on there's like a dark brown, but you do see a little bit of a paint right here, like scattered light paint, light brown paint on it. Here's the back of the jacket. Again, just your typical jacket type figure, upper body, by McFarlane. And so far the upper body in this figure, the upper torso is it's something we've seen before, right? Nothing too original. The headpiece looks good, though. I will give it that. The headpiece, the sculpture, it is solid, but the body itself is just kind of, yeah. So yeah, I'll talk about the pricing in a bit about this figure because, well, yeah, I'll say that more. But so far, this figure, the upper body, Headpiece is solid. The body itself, I mean, it's a tuxedo Scarecrow. He can only do so much, and I think McFarlane did a fine job with it. So there's that. Where you can see more pockets and the buttons on there too. Did he do squats? Well, they're okay. Wow, there is something there. You can somewhat see some glutes. That's pretty much it. Here's the back of the actual legs, the hamstrings. It has this kind of textured look and feel. You can see perfectly here what I mean. It's throughout the whole entire legs, also on the glutes as well too. But you can see that line right there on the back of the leg. And they're just really baggy, wrinkled pants or dress pants. Here's the side of the actual dress shoes on the feet. It has a leather look to it, feel to it. But obviously, it's not real leather. You can see a little bit of the shoelaces on there, on the actual dress pants. Here's going to be the front of the legs. Just really baggy pants, right? You can see more of the texture design right there. And here's going to be the knees and the thighs. Again, this whole lower torso. It's just your typical dress pants, just baggy dress pants. You can see a little bit of the wrinkles on it. Mine did come with little scuff marks on it. And so, overall, well, I would say the color on the pants, they're like a black with a little bit of like dark gray. So, there is that. So, I want to talk about the actual color of it. And so, overall, this figure... it's fine. It's cool. The headpiece does stand out. Everything else, again, is just your typical dress suit design sculpture by McFarlane. Sure, some differences here and there between all the dress suits figures, but for the most part, there's a lot of similarities to it. And this figure, it's fine. The only downside is this is a platinum edition. It's just a one of a kind. And so if you can get lucky and get it for retail, well, I'll talk about the pricing in a bit, but the figure itself, it's alright. You know, I can't hate on it. It's not the worst thing ever. It's just there. It's one of those used figures you want to get just to have the added to your collection. And that's that. I still prefer the other one. I prefer the other one compared to this one. I feel like the other one, there's more to it and definitely is an attention grabber. This is just like, oh, if you want Scarecrow with the suit, boom, you can get this one. If not, I would just stick to the other one. But to me, it's fine. It's whatever. But of course, the main question is it really worth it? Should you go out and get these figures? For Batman, for the price for what you're paying for $23, heck yeah, you get the wired cape, very, very well sculptured design figure, the detail, the armor, the texture underneath the armor, the headpiece, and then the glossy cowl and the boots, just everything about it for $23, and the extra accessories, the grappling gun, the fist, batarang, and the handle with the 3 batarangs. Heck yeah, for $23. Definitely get them if you can, because, well, I guess it's going on sale for pre-orders, like I think next week. And yeah, I found this one 2 days ago. So if you can get it for retail, heck yeah, do not overpay. I like the figure, don't get me wrong, but do not overpay. I keep saying this, but people don't listen. Do not overpay. Do not FOMO get the best of you. So do not overpay for this figure. So for $23, yes. Scarecrow, as I mentioned, it's a platinum one of a kind, and honestly, for $23, it's just kind of, it's not the best deal. It's just one of those, if you can get it for retail, sure. If not, I would usually say wait for a sale, but it is a platinum, which I want to talk about that briefly. It's one of a kind. For those of you who don't know, when you get that red platinum figure, like colored platinum, usually means this is one of a kind. And so, honestly, if this was not a platinum, I would say wait for a sale. If this was a common figure, I would say just get the Scarecrow with the tuxedo on sale for like maybe $15 or something. Because for $23, I'm just like, eh. And I know some of you may say, well, Mono, it's a platinum one of a kind. Just because it's a one of a kind platinum doesn't make it even better. If they had a lot of detail and sculpture, sure, but it's nothing special, to be honest with you. And so for the price of $23, sure. If you are a completionist, try not to get ripped off and double or triple pay, because honestly, it's not really worth it. Not even $23, I don't think it's really worth $23. But yeah. So overall, what do I give this figures? For Batman, easily a thumbs up for me. For Scarecrow, for what you're getting, honestly, I would say it's kind of a low thumbs down. It's not the worst thing, but for the value for money, it's not the greatest. Batman, you get more accessories, more sculpture design detail. Yeah, for the same price, you get Scarecrow, but there's not much to it. If it came with extra pair of hands or something else, or like that briefcase with that mask, I mean, the smoke, okay. But for what you're getting for $23, I just don't think it's really worth 23. If it was 15, sure, but again, the platinum thing is the issue. So, once again, Batman gets a thumbs up for me. Platinum, one of a kind. Scarecrow gets a low thumbs down. I don't hate it. I'm just kind of, for the value for money, it's not the greatest. Let me know what you guys think. Have you purchased these figures? Plan on purchasing these figures? Leave it in the comment section below. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button to now support the channel, but to keep up to date and watch videos like this. This includes an overview of Batman and Scarecrow from the Batman Begins movie wave, and on to the next one.